Let's do this.
It's time for part 2.
This is so fun.
Yep, parts 1 and 2.
So much to cover.
Let's talk money, dollars and cents.
And back to the show.
Word, I've been waiting so long for this.
So after Mary says, okay, so it's paid off, now we're just going to figure out how to divide it up 4 ways equally or semi-equally. I don't like how she threw that in there, but that's fine.
Start discussing like dividing it up to like 4 equal or semi-equal parcels.
4 equal parts. That's a joke.
Cody, the squirming begins. Oh, yeah. Well, I talked to Janelle about it, and we can't just say 1, 2, 3, 4 because there's woods on some of them, and that's more valuable. So I was thinking I have another way. I have the Cody way of dividing up the property.
I've spoken with Janelle, and because that there's woods on our section on the 3 lots that we've got. I said, do you want to do a
Think.
appraisal, or are you happy with your 4 acres and Mary and I splitting the other 6 acres?
So Cody says, all right, well, I just thought Janelle would get the 4 that she already has, and then Robin would get 4. And then that leaves 6 left because there's 14 acres, and then you and I would divide that up. So he basically said, no, you're not going to get a quarter. But in fairness, he also said, I'm not going to get a quarter. Okay.
He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, but wait a second. Then we get to see the actual graph of how Cody is doing this. And it's not 3 and 3. It's 2, 2, and 2. So she only still gets a 2-acre lot. But she shares one of the other 2-acre lots with Cody. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Do you think that Cody is going to let Mary build on part of that property that she owns there? Expand hers? No, of course not. If he would have just given her more of the land and they would have just divided it in half. But no. Oh, and can we take a look at the 4 acres that Robin has? Oh, I see trees. I thought Robin was scared of trees. I thought she didn't like trees. I thought she didn't want to live in the trees. Remember? I don't like trees. I'm scared of trees. Scared of forest fires. Trees. I see trees.
Do you remember back in season 13 when they were looking at properties in Flagstaff? One of the possibilities was Cottonwood. Cottonwood was the really cool place. It was really close to town. Mary liked it a lot. Cody loved it. Janelle thought it was cool. Robin and Christine, not a fan. Why did Robin not like it? Too many trees. She doesn't like living in the trees because where she used to live, there were trees nearby.
I want to look at the mountains. I want to look at the trees. I don't want to live under them. It just reminded me so much of living in the mountains in Montana. I don't know. I started just having like memories of my own experience living on the mountain. Like I've seen a wildfire before. I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, there's so many trees and it's right here in the forest and I need to breathe. I want to look at the mountains. I want to look at the trees. I don't want to live under them.
So she's traumatized by that. So she couldn't live in the trees again. So she wanted Coyote Pass. Well, she got her way. They got Coyote Pass. And then what did? They bought a house in the trees.
I don't know. I started just having like memories of my own experience living on the mountain. Like I've seen a wildfire before. I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, there's so many trees and it's right here in the forest. I need to breathe. I want to look at the mountains. I want to look at the trees. I don't want to live under them.
I've never seen so many trees in my life.
Proof it was all a lie, but she tried to pull on the heartstrings of, I'm traumatized. I'm a victim. I have a fear of forest fires. We can't move to Cottonwood. Okay, Robin. We'll move out to Prairie Poop Land. Oh, but in the meantime, for many years, we're going to live in a house in the trees. Practically a forest. Let's go on.
All right, let's move on.
The reason I want to do this is because, we got the 5th lot. The kids are able to inherit something special for themselves.
So special, right.
But mostly it was just like getting all the value we could out of the land. It's just an idea.
And then all the kids get the cesspool drainage bin because somebody wants it. The pond, as they refer to it as. The pond that magically disappears outside of the rainy season. It's the drainage from the land that collects there. Drainage basin. Maybe there's a better word for it. I don't know. I'm not in land. Speech therapist. Okay, moving on. I gotta mention I'm a speech therapist in every single episode because if I get one more comment about like, why do you have to say things about their speech? Because it's what I do. I spend my entire life correcting people's inaccurate speech. So when I hear a 50-year-old man or woman doing it incorrectly over and over again, I have to say something. It's like having an itch that you can't scratch. So I am explaining to you why. And it's not, like the commenter said, to prove how smart I am. It's nothing to do with intelligence. That would crack me up. That would actually just make me laugh out loud when I read it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. To prove my smarts. Oh, goodness. All right. I'm glad that they think that I'm smart, though. Let's talk about this for a second. All right. Robin has her 4-acre lot. Janelle has her 4-acre lot. Now, Mary has a 2-acre lot. Cody has a 2-acre lot. And then there's a combined 2-acre lot that Mary and he share. So that combined lot is going to go to all the kids? Is that what he's saying? Which of the lots is the one that's going to all the kids? I don't really understand. Can't be just Cody's lot, because then he would have just taken 3 acres and then said, my lot goes to the kids. That's what would have made sense. That's what does make sense. And since that's not the situation, and it appears that the combined lot of Mary and Cody is the one that's now going to go to all the kids collectively. I'd love to see that paperwork and see if that's true. That'll never happen. He will put the names on there of the kids he wants to get it. Anyway, that means when it comes to inheritance, where's Cody's lot go? Oh, to his wife, who now has 6 acres of land all by herself. Yep, her kids get her 4 acres and Cody's 2 acres. Oh, and they get a part of the 2-acre lot that all the kids are sharing. Wow, Robin's kids are making out like bandits in this deal. Does he think we're stupid? I don't know who he's pulling one over on. Clearly, Janelle said he's trying to divide it up in a way that makes no sense.
But now there's this big fight about how do we divide it?
And Mary, I hope she understands that too, that if it gets divided up this way, this is just a way to, again, give Robin and Robin's kids more than everybody else. I mean, why should it be different than the rest of their lives, right? All the way down to the very end, we're going to try to give Robin more.
Typical.
Robin doesn't seem to be clued in and understand any of this right now. So when Mary says, hey, we should just get an appraiser here, that's the fair thing, and then we'll know. Why would we assume that these 3 lots are equal in value and these 2 4-acre lots are equal in value? We don't know. We're assuming the trees are worth more. And that's why I only get 3 acres, because I have trees. But is that the case? I mean, because really, Cody, hey, Robin has trees too. Oh, what a tangled web we weave, Mr. Cody Brown. So when Mary says, let's just get an appraiser and make sure it's fair, we don't know what's worth anything. He's like, and Robin's like, yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Right, Cody? Mm-hmm.
Is there a problem? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Okay.
You forgot to tell her about
the secret part of the secret plan.
Just like back when originally he decided to get a 5th lot out of it because it's the kids' lot and she didn't understand, why do the kids need a lot? It doesn't make sense. And then we come back to the look back and she goes, I didn't understand it at first, but now it makes sense. It should be for the kids. For the kids. It's going to be more for you. Ugh.
Well, I just felt like everybody, because we all worked together, made the same amount, that everybody should kind of get their equal portion.
That's fair, but there won't be a lot now where all the kids have access.
Yeah, I know.
Because we all know
and
from experience that nobody else is really going to share with all of the kids.
I didn't understand that at the time. That makes more sense to me.
What would I do without you?
Watch a couple episodes down the road, Robin's gonna say, I've been thinking about it, and Cody is right. We should have a property that's just for the kids. I didn't do the math in my head and realize this means I get more in the end.
I don't know what to expect from Cody. He's been kind of an ass about the property, so he might be an ass about it as we move forward. Who knows? He's not responding when I ask him about the property. He's proposing a split that doesn't make any sense to me.
I've spoken with Janelle. She says, I'm fine with that. I think that's fair. You guys got the woods, so it'd be 3 acres each, basically.
Lies. We just heard Janelle say, he's trying to divide it up this crazy way. I don't understand. I think we should get an appraisal. It doesn't make sense to me. The way he's run these marriages, the fact that he kept these women from talking to each other, I get it now, because the man is a pathological liar. I told Janelle, she would have her 4 and this 4, and we would divide these up. And she said, yeah, that's fine, because those have trees. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's not at all. She's like, no. Liar, 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 liar. Pants on fire. So then Cody's getting nervous, and he's like, yeah, we could do that. Or, wait, let me throw out another proposal here. This is what we can do.
Because we can do that, or I can't remember if it was a developer or a contractor might want to buy the entire thing. And if they bought the entire thing, then we would just split it 4 ways.
So he throws out this proposal that a contractor or developer, some unnamed contractor or developer that he just can't seem to remember. Do you think that if somebody came to him and said, I am willing to buy all your land, that he might remember who it is? Some contractor, or maybe it was a developer. I don't know. Somebody might just want to buy the whole thing. At which point Robin's like, whoa, I don't want to sell. What are you talking about? Oh, this is a hot mess. He does not communicate with anybody, not even Robin, when it comes to money. Now we transfer the delusion from Cody onto the sacred cow. And she shares with us why she doesn't want to sell the land. It's golden. Like a golden cow. Let's watch.
I still want to build on Coyote Pass. I hope that Mary builds a home out there. I know that she probably won't live there full time, but where she's around and she's there. And I really hope that Janelle builds out there too.
She thinks that there is even a slight chance that both Janelle and Mary are going to build out there. She might be more delusional than Cody. I never thought it to be true. Always seemed like Cody was living out in La La Land, not understanding anything about life. But Robin, maybe she's not delusional. Maybe she's just in denial. We have lots of D's. Cody, delusional. Sacred cow, in denial. Okay, in this next section, pretty unanimously on my live when we were watching it together, people thought pretty much 100% Mary at this moment is throwing Janelle under the bus. Very possibly true.
Well, I know that Janelle had come to me a little while ago. I can't remember. It was just like, make sure that you protect yourself.
But then I threw out, let's look at it another way. Mary is sitting here pushing for the idea of an appraisal and dividing the land up in 4 equal ways.
Basically. I still think it would be a really wise idea. I want to know for me, because I think it would be fair for all 4 of us to know really what the lots are worth.
And she's watching Cody come back with, oh, I thought maybe we could do this and then do that and maybe do this, or maybe we just sell this, or maybe we say, oh, you don't want to sell it, or maybe we...
It's all smoke and mirrors, baby.
He's not committing to anything. So it's very possible that in this moment, Mary's like, shoot, Janelle's right. He is not planning on just making this very easy and dividing everything by quarters. He's got all kinds of talk going on here, but he has no decisions made. He doesn't know who these contractors are. Everything is, I don't know, or I was thinking, or here's a possibility, which is what Cody always says. He doesn't make a decision. He doesn't follow through on anything. Classic Cody. Well, I was thinking maybe we do this or maybe do that, but I don't know. It takes time. We're going to have to figure it out. You know, we'll get back together again in a month or two and discuss it again and get nowhere. So I think that it's possible that in this moment, Mary is putting together that light bulb moment when she was talking to Janelle, and Janelle was saying, you need to get your full quarter, of which very soon I have a video coming out because I've recorded it, just haven't edited it. And I don't know which one because I've done a whole bunch of recording in the past weekend. But one of the bonus episodes shows Mary going, oh, okay. And Mary says, that is very different from what Cody's been telling us. So somebody's lying to me. I think right now she's putting that conversation together with what she's witnessing and thinking, when Janelle came to me and said she has my back and that I need to make sure I get my full quarter of the property, this is what she's talking about. So it's possible right now she's invoking Janelle's name as backup. She's by herself here talking to Cody, who's the master manipulator, can talk around anyone. So she's like, well, let me bring in some ammunition. I talked to Janelle the other day and she said, make sure you get your quarter. Robin and Cody are both like, what? What? Why? Why would you say that? What's going on? What? Shaking in their boots, especially Cody.
I know that when Janelle came over to my house, she was very concerned about how it was going to go down. In having these conversations with Cody, he has explained that when we divide up the property, we're each going to have an equal part. Him, Robin, me, and Janelle will each have an equal part of the property.
And you believed him?
Well, that's interesting that that's what he shared with you, Mary, because this conversation right here, right now that you're having is not equally dividing it up. There's no way you can equally divide it up because nobody knows the value of any of the parcels. Nor has the 2 parcels at the end been divided into 3 parcels. So much still needs to happen. And this is Cody Brown. He moves like molasses. They've been there for 8 years.
8 long years.
They were hoping to break ground in like 6 months or something. And the only reason they've paid it off is because it was pay it off or lose it all. They had no choice. Cody's back was to the wall. It's frustrating, but this is good stuff. I love financial talk. It's good. Good stuff, especially when we have Cody's face going. All right, we have another scene, Cody repeating himself. He says the same things over and over and over again. Just because you say it 10 times doesn't make it true. And here's where, it was just a couple episodes ago, where he said, oh, Janelle doesn't trust me because she knows she would screw me if she had the opportunity. Therefore, she thinks I will screw her. Janelle won't screw a fly. What? Is that an expression? I don't think it is. Janelle won't screw a cork.
No, try again.
I don't know if there is an expression in there. Point being, Janelle's the last person on the list of every single person in the show that I would think would do anybody wrong. We see how she's going out of her way to put herself in an uncomfortable situation talking to Mary, who she's not that close with at all, and warn her about the property because it's the right thing to do. This is a woman that lived in a van down by the river.
And I live in a van down by the river.
While everyone else is up in the mansion on the hill. She's the one that's going to try to screw you out of money. It's stupid to even have this conversation. Anybody with 2 eyes, anybody with 1 eye, a cyclops without a brain can see Janelle is no threat. But Cody can't be trusted. And we've seen that over and over and over again. Well, Cody goes on his rant that he can't trust her.
She doesn't trust me because she would screw me if she could. That's what I believe.
But he does admit at the end. You know, we talked about this before. This is all projection. He's saying this about her because he knows it about himself. Here, he admits it.
Okay, and I'll be honest, I've thought about screwing her. Okay, so I'm being honest, but my wife with a conscience won't let me.
So funny. That's funny. Funny stuff. Funny stuff that you would cheat her out of money. Yeah. Yeah. Now here is where we get the information that I've been dying to get all season. How in God's green earth did this property get divided up so bizarrely to begin with? Mary lets us know.
I don't understand why the property got divided the way that it did. I was not involved in that process. I was just told about it after the fact.
Aha! Not involved whatsoever. Cody divided up the properties. He's the one that put his name on all the properties and then Robin's name on a significant portion of them. It was all Cody.
He's making the decisions.
And Mary was informed after it was over. So apparently they didn't even have to sign off on it. He was able to just divide it up the way it was. And then Robin comes in with the same response that she said about the house.
The names on the properties were just temporary until we paid it off. And like nobody made that decision except for Cody. And we were just told about it later. And I was like, why did you do it that way? And he was just like, I just had to make a decision really quickly. I was just trying to, I don't even know.
He really doesn't know.
The man's a pathological liar.
Thank you again, Robin. Because now we have on film that the names meant nothing, the dividing up meant nothing. It was all going to be restructured later on, making it so that it's very easy right now to just divide it up by quarters and take a significant portion of your property away. I don't think she's done the math on it. Hi everybody, this is halfway through the episode, and I just want to take a minute to remind you, before you do any of your shopping on Amazon, do me a favor and go to my link down below and look at the couple items that I have listed. You can buy them if you want. If you don't need them, you don't buy them. That's okay. Just by going through my link, you are supporting the channel, and it doesn't cost you a penny. Now hit like, hit subscribe, and back to the show. This is ownership of land. This is hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when Robin said, why did you divide it up this way? If you believe that story, he says, I don't know. I have no idea. I just had to do something. And so I threw names on there. And when I was done, my name was on all of them. I don't know how that happened. It's crazy. There's 4 properties. You could have put one of each of the wives' name. You are married to all of them, or you were at the time. I think that Cody way back then knew, I'll do whatever I can to get rid of the rest of these wives. Robin's the only one I want to be with anyway. That's why he put his name on all the properties, so that when one wife would leave, her portion of it would be his, and she would only get half of that portion. I think that was his overall intention to begin with. Everything's blowing up in his face now. It's great.
I know that Cody's name is on every single property, and I know Robin's is on, I think, 3. And I hope that they will be fair, and I hope that they will be honest, and I hope that it doesn't get ugly.
Hope counts for nothing. Hope is not a strategy. Hope? No. Don't hope. You can't on something this big. When Cody had the opportunity to assign the properties, he put 50% of it in his name, and then 3/4 of the remaining part in Robin's name. And you think he'll be fair now? After the OG3 have all left him? Mary. What about Cody tells you this? What about Robin tells you that she's altruistic and giving of anything to anyone?
Ever?
I don't understand. All right, Cody's getting his back put to the wall again because he doesn't want to get this appraisal because he knows it's not going to be fair the way he has to divide it up. So he's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I say? And Robin's like, well, let's just get it appraised. That seems fair, right? What, is there a problem? She's watching him go like,
Before I make a decision, I think it would be fair for me to know and all of us to know like what the property is worth, like different parts of it.
Gosh, I mean, we have to have somebody who's a land appraiser.
Where would we get one of those?
They're impossible to find.
No, I'm sure they have those in Flagstaff.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, we've got 4 partners that all have different goals.
And your point is?
With the property.
Okay.
everybody has different opinions here. It's so confusing. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. Deflecting, change the subject, look over here, not over here.
Well, we still need to know, don't we?
Instead of just guessing.
It's okay.
I believe that Cody is resistant getting an appraisal because he knows he's making out like a bandit now.
But it just makes sense. Why are we going to be guessed how much the land is worth? Why don't we just get an appraiser?
Forget me, for you should forget it. You're living in the past, man. You
Think
hung
of
up on
another
some
thing to come
clown
up
from the
with. He does come
60s,
up with
man.
one a little bit later on. I think there is one more thing that he throws out there. Like, this is why. Oh, yeah, it was because he didn't want to spend more money. We spent so much on this property already. I don't want to pay for an appraiser. Yeah, that makes a difference compared to the hundreds of thousands of dollars you put in the property. The $100 appraiser coming out. Okay. All right, maybe it's more than $100.
You're living in the past, man.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's minuscule to the price of what they paid for the property and minuscule to the peace of mind everybody will have and the knowledge you will gain in terms of what to do with the land.
I don't want to put more money. I don't want to do appraisals. Maybe I have to. I don't want to talk to lawyers about it. It's like, I don't know what to do. I'm not interested in doing anything.
Deal with it.
So, Cody, not interested. I don't want to talk to lawyers. I don't want to talk to appraisers. I don't want to do anything. He still hasn't gotten somebody out there to divide up the land in different ways. He's been talking about that for years. That still hasn't happened. The only true statement he has in there is, I don't want to do anything. Because that's Cody. He does nothing. He's the laziest SOB out there.
We just had this really great experience and situation with the cul-de-sac in Vegas. And so now it's like, what does it mean and what's it going to look like? And
if it was so great, why did you move? I'm sorry. Got a question here. Got to throw it out. Cody was convinced it wasn't. You had to move to Flagstaff.
The people aren't the right kind of people.
I'm tired of Nevada. I want to move bad. I've wanted to move back to Utah ever since we left.
You threw away the most amazing situation and said it wasn't right. The culture wasn't good down there in Sin City. You need to move somewhere else. Just wait. He's going to change his mind on that one too.
Janelle needs some healing before I'd be willing to live next to her out on Coyote Pass. So if she builds, I would probably tell Robin that we're selling.
Janelle does not want to live out on Coyote Pass. She told you that already.
Literally acting like you had just had a f***ing lobotomy.
He's so thick. This is a great little scene showing how Cody is dumb as a box of rocks. He's still convinced Mary's going to build out there, right? And we see that in the talking heads. So this is so good. Mary's like, okay, well, that's a you thing when it comes to, the property. And he's like, what do you mean? He's still in his thick skull thinks she might actually build out there. I can't. There's got to be a better word than delusional. Somebody write it down below. Unbelievable is really what it is.
Narcissistic, delusional, and surprisingly weak.
And it seems clear that she's convinced Mary's going to build out there too. They still think they have got Mary wrapped around their little fingers. And this is the first sign of them realizing, oh shoot, I think she's slipping away.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't have to be involved in that. Your decision on what you guys do out there. Why is that confusing? How soon you forget.
I'm loving it. Mary is waking up. Welcome, Mary. Glad to have you join us. Just go get the lawyer now. Don't even wait. Just go get him. Have him on retainer. Just ready to go. Because I think you're going to need him.
I would need an attorney. I would do that. I have to look out for myself. I hope that it doesn't get there, but I would do that if I need to.
Alrighty then, our final scene of this episode is Cody going to have a boys' night, I guess, with his brothers in Vegas.
Oh, spare me.
And it begins, of course, with him working on his hair. Every time he's together with his brothers, they always do a hair recap.
Is he still getting ready?
I'm all thinking I'm the slowest one. And then I remembered, oh yeah, no, they're not going to be waiting on me.
But a lot of it's his hair, I'm going to tell you.
No, it's not hair. It's a leonine mane.
Oh my gosh, is that what you call it? No wonder you're his best friend.
It's a slow way of drying it so it doesn't harm it and also helps it to curl.
His man mane.
We just call it his hair.
It's a challenge, so everybody still teases me about it because I'm still not ready to shave it.
I don't know if it's just because Cody always makes fun of his brothers for being bald, which is so ironic. It kills me. I just want to go, you're bald. You're bald!
He's probably doing his hair.
Yeah,
You don't have any hair to worry about. I don't have much.
Everybody always wants to give me crap about my hair, but I have to do a lot of work to take care of this hair. Wow.
I love being the center of attention.
Just because you have the comb over curls doesn't mean...
Hair has always been important to him.
Don't be jealous.
Some of the people in the chat this evening too were saying, looking at his brothers, we realized if he would just shave his head, Cody probably look way better than he does. They're good looking guys. He looks like a Muppet. All right, so this is a throwaway scene. They decide to go to Vegas. He said they're not going to be gambling, although because, they're wholesome guys. However, multiple people have taken pictures of Cody at the gambling table, so we know that's a lie. And we also know that he drinks. All right, where do they go? They go to Cody's old property. However, remember, it's a gated community. He doesn't have the passcode anymore.
Let me in!
He's standing outside the gate looking in. I am sure that he thought, somebody will let us in. Somebody here will let us. They're probably like, yeah, who are you? And cameras too? Yeah, no. This is our home now. I understand at one point it may have been your house and your home 8 years ago. Not anymore. You are not coming in and taking pictures of our home.
I don't know you.
Bye-bye. Yeah. And then here's what I was referring to earlier, the multiple rewriting of history. After Cody left Vegas because he said he was so miserable, and then gets to Flagstaff, and then thinks, Christine might be right. Maybe we should move back to Utah now that the law has changed, because Utah are the best memories I ever had. We are now, for the third time, changing the location, and we're back to Vegas, and it went from the worst place to the best place.
Vegas was the one place in my life I felt safe. We were accepted, we were tolerated, we made friends in Las Vegas. We had our family together in a cul-de-sac. We had this amazing experience in Las Vegas. This was the place where it was beautiful.
That is the opposite of what you said.
At least as beautiful as my experience ever had it. And I tend to remember the best parts of things.
Oh, please.
So I loved this place.
Forever the optimist.
You tend to remember the best parts of things.
I'm seeing the world through rose-colored glasses.
I'm sorry. Have we not just been saying for the past season that you had dysfunctional marriages your entire life before Robin came into the family? And that you now seem to think you never had any kind of love for the OG3? Did you not just say that? And now you're saying you remember all the positive things? The contradictions. I don't know if he's clueless or just a liar. I waffle back and forth between it all. Is he just that dumb that he forgets everything that he says in the past and he just spews out words of what he thinks people might want to hear and just lives his life day to day like that, remembering nothing of importance in the past? Because he claims he remembers all the good times. Claims he has a memory for that. I don't know. Lies, 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 lies.
This is nostalgia for me. This is a special place.
It's not nostalgia or a feeling of loss. It's you realizing how stupid you were for moving. Nobody watching the show could understand why you were moving. Still nobody understands why you moved. It made no financial sense. It didn't make sense in terms of keeping the family together. It didn't make sense in terms of keeping the kids happy because none of them wanted to leave their schools. Nothing about the move made anybody happy but you. Maybe Robin, the Dayton thing, I don't know. I heard Dayton also got accepted into college in Vegas. He's a smart kid. He received scholarships all over the place. So why this place? We can pinpoint it back to the fact about every 7 years, Cody always made a major move. He has ants in his pants and he can't sit still. And because he gets what he wants, like Robin gets what she wants, where we go one, we go all. Everybody off the Flagstaff. This is still when he had wives that were subservient to him. We saw on the show they did not want to go. But then we saw a quick turnaround where on camera they were saying, all right, this is okay. Janelle included. She didn't want anything to do with going. She wanted to stay because her boys wanted to stay. Cody would not let one child stay behind. Everybody had to go. It was an utter disaster. An utter disaster in so many ways. So many tragic ways. And for him to say he's going back to where everything was good and crying about it out of nostalgia. Nostalgia is sweet, positive tears. You're crying for you because you made a big mistake, Cody. Big mistake.
Huge.
It was the beginning of the end of the family.
It wasn't whether I was in love. I loved them. Was I in love with them? Did I have the same experience with each one? No, never. That's a hard confession to make when I was working really hard to hide what Robin and I had.
You were working really hard to hide it? Bullshit. There's no way. You were not working hard at all. You weren't even working at it. You didn't hide it in the least. She gets all your money. She gets all your time. She gets all your attention. She gets all the belongings. She gets everything. That's you hiding it. Liar.
So Christine and Janelle are both like, hey, listen, let's just move on, kind of thing. But then they trash talk me.
No, they don't. They speak truth. That's it. I'm going to say it again. Every time you lie, I'm coming back with the truth. Tired of hearing it. Trash talk you. Who even uses that term anymore? Such a child. Just to recap, anytime somebody says something about Cody, including full-on 100% truths, if Cody doesn't like it, trash talking. Not true. He's making stories up in his head. Apparently he wants his wives to divorce him and just say how amazing he is. He wants them to live in regret in their decision to leave and to just worship him still from afar. Then he's okay. When they say how life really is,
Again, trash talk.
he doesn't like it. If he doesn't want to be around his kids and he doesn't show up and they have to say, Dad's not coming again, that's trash talking. He's the worst.
It's like, fine, move on. Just stop blaming Robin.
Nobody's blaming Robin. Nobody. Stop it already. Do not say that one more time this season. Please, don't. I'm so over you, Cody. I am so over you. When was the last time you heard somebody blame Robin? When? They don't like you, Cody. It's not about Robin. Of course, they don't like her either. But that's not what this is about. This is about Cody.
I'm still trying to partner with Janelle. And Mary calls me, and I answer the phone, and I jump. Hey, I got to go see Mary.
Really?
Cody, I need to be able to come to you with something that I need, even if it's just a ladder, without you saying, I can't do it. It's just too much for me. Figure it out yourself. I'll talk to you about it later. And then you never come talk to me about it later. And if I can't have that, I feel like I'm just doing my life by myself.
And Mary calls me, and I answer the phone, and I jump. Hey, I got to go see Mary.
Mary calls you and you jump. I don't think so. She lives 3.5 hours away right now. I think that's a lie too. Again, he's taking little bits and parts from the past and claiming it as if it's happening right now. This is not happening right now. Back when you were married to her and she was financially contributing to your family fund that you and Robin would spend on things, if she needed to have a light bulb changed, maybe she could. No, she wouldn't do that for a light bulb. If she needed to have something heavy moved, maybe she called you. It's the least you could have done. Way to go. What a great man you were to do the bare minimum for your wives. But she's gone now. Be happy, Cody. The 3 you don't love are gone. The 3 that drove you crazy are gone. Move on. Live your life with Robin, please.
You stop complaining and just man up.
Polygamy kills emotional intimacy. It makes everybody defensive. And I really want an emotionally vulnerable, intimate relationship with a woman, and you're not going to get that in polygamy.
You done here, Confucius?
You're stating the obvious again. Somehow all of us who've never been in polygamy knew that already. That's all we have, people. We made it. It was a long one. All right, keep your eye on the channel. Make sure you hit the bell because I have some bonus scene episodes coming out soon. I've recorded a bunch of them. I just got to get the editing and then I'll get them out to you. If you're still here right now, I want to say I love you. Thank you for sticking it out all the way to the very end. We're in this together. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everyone.